How we doing? I'm Brooke. And this is Stan. And we're with Brooks Outside. And we're fishing inside a coop. It's got a big spearing hole. And we're just kind of sitting here watching and waiting. So that's kind of how it goes when you're in the shanty. We've got a spear, a decoy, and a perch rig. And we have not really been seeing much for pike. And usually you see 3 or 4 pike in a day. But right now is a really good time to see them. So stick with us. We're going to try to get some pike jigging in. Play.
Live, Manistee. Get ready. Here comes the original Gun and Knife Show.
Headed to Lake Skegemog. Check on the shanty.
Gun and Knife Show.
About 3 miles from it is where we live. It's a great lake. Plenty of ice out there. Guys catching perch. We've seen a few walleye in the hole. We saw a couple pike. We really haven't caught anything out there. We've only spent really one good day. You know, night fishing, you get into the rock bass. That's kind of fun. About 7 o'clock until 11 o'clock, you're catching pretty nice rock bass. But we're getting ready to head out there and see how the shanty's doing. Spent the day yesterday out on Saginaw Bay, and it was awesome. First time ever for me. I did all the research I could to figure out the fishing down there, because I had never fished it. So I started calling
from a storage
bait and tackle shops, 3 different bait and tackle shops. Got a hold of one of them. They really gave me some good info on the ice conditions. So I headed out on the snowmobile and got out there about, you know, 5 miles. Some guys were out further, and I and all the other fishermen, which was probably about 5,000 to 6,000 fishermen out there, fished all day. It was a little tricky coming back because I didn't know the area, but, you know, safe ice, a lot of other guys out there, great weather, perfect, no wind, you know, maybe a 3 mile an hour south breeze, so pretty sweet. Got back last night with 4 jumbo walleye, and yeah, I'm excited to go again now that I know it. So we're getting ready to head out on Skegemog, which you could probably drive the truck out, but we got the snowmobile with us, so we'll just take that and see if we can see any pike or walleye or a big muskie come through the hole. Got my son with me. Really want to get him to spear a pike, because just spearing a pike's just such a rush. But yeah, we're doing everything we can to get some fish in the freezer and maybe put a trophy on the wall. So stick with us. Brooks Outdoors coming at you Sunday, January 29th. And we're just coming up on the lake. Like I said earlier, lucky for us, we're about 3.5 miles from Lake Skegemog, or some people call it Round Lake. Chuck full of perch, chuck full of bluegill, chuck full of rock bass, chuck full of pike. Got some good size, huge walleye, just some big walleye. Yeah, it should be exciting. I would like to try some other areas on this lake that I haven't. Grew up around here, know the lake pretty well, know where to go, where not to go. Definitely don't go towards the river, and the Narrows is never really safe sometimes. And then of course you got Elk Lake, and it's got some pretty decent lake trout in it. Real fun fishing. You get out in the right spots, 180 feet down, you're pulling up these 12-pound lake trout, and just fun pulling them up that far. You know, you're reeling, you're fighting them quite a ways, and then as soon as they get to the hole, they dart off again. So you just that's really exciting. So we're gonna get out into the coop here. Just kind of wanted to give you a shot of the lake. There it is. You can see it coming up. That's Lake Skegemog. We're gonna head down to the launch, and I can tell you what, we started this video right at the driveway, so it only took us 5 minutes to get down here. So that's pretty cool. The ice looks really good out there. But we're hoping to start getting some more adventures going, getting some more ice fishing stuff going, getting some deer hunting going, watching out for guys coming around the corner going. And hopefully we're going to get a parking spot down here. I mean, it's last weekend, or I believe it was, last weekend, it was just packed. There was no place to park, a side of the road. So it looks like it's a zoo out there yet again, so that ought to be exciting. We've definitely caught some fish out of this lake. Right now we're more in a spot where your muskie and pike spearing goes on, and we're hoping to get it done. Here it is. The boat launch is packed, as you can see, and we've got, we got a spot open. We got a spot open. It says not to park, but we are gonna park there. No parking between signs, but you know, during this time of year, I don't see anybody really needing to get there. So we'll pull right up in there, and hopefully, I don't know. I'll tell you, they just redid this launch, and it just doesn't have a lot of parking, but it looks like we got a spot, so that's cool. Somebody in their Jeep,
and you're probably gonna make a bunch of people scratching their heads.
You know,
you just can't please everyone.
It's the guys without trailers that I think should park out on the road.
But she's not one to fret.
And these cars that don't have
someone like
trailers.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, park on the road. So anyway, there's Stan, the man. He's a fishing fan. He loves it. I'm hoping to get him down in Saginaw Bay. So here we go, heading out on the lake. All right, cool. We made it out here. 1 mile from shore. Getting ready to get set up in the coop. See if we can get some pike going. Here we are in the shanties now, finally. Couple big perch came through. We got out here and we ended up having to do a lot of work to the coop. We had to get it jacked up. It settled a little bit after a heavy snow. So we had some perch in there and they kind of slowed down. It got real cloudy and all of a sudden they just shut down. So another slow day on the lake. We're hoping maybe we'll catch some more perch. They just really aren't biting super smart. We just had one down there. You can see we got a decoy. Oh, we got a perch going. He just doesn't want to. He's kind of thinking about it there. If you just. Oh, we got another. Oh, we got a big jumbo. I've got this little shad wrap. Sometimes that works pretty good. So we could try it. Boy, he just. Oh, he bit at it. He bit at it and said no. Let's see.
Maybe night crawlers might work better.
Yeah, some night crawlers. Let's try this. Sometimes this really tweaks them out. Gets them all fired up, you know. We've been perch fishing skegemog for, well, I have been for, 30 years now. Used to just nail the jumbos, bucket loads of them. And they just kind of, it's been really, real popular place to come fish for perch, and you see a lot of smaller perch now lately, but not too interested in the shad wrap either. I got a smaller blue shad wrap. It's a little lighter one. Looks as if we've got about a foot of ice out here and about 8 inches of snow on the lake. And I've always liked it when there was not very much snow on the lake. It was really nice and bright. It just started snowing again. Quite a few guys out here, really. Parking lot's full. It's a great little lake. It surprised me after being out on Saginaw Bay yesterday and driving out 5.5 miles. 1 mile out here on Skegemog isn't so far anymore. But we're hoping to get some lake trout fishing in on elk. You'll have to check that one out and jig them up. Almost went to do that today, but it's a good thing we came out here. The shanties will settle when the snow weights down the coop, and it was settled into the ice a good 3.5 inches. We had to spud all the way around it, jack it up, lift it up on boards. So hopefully it gets really cold tonight, and what I'll do is I'll remove the snow that's packed around the shanty, and then that'll freeze everything up underneath it. It makes the floor really heavy. I've been really liking the portable. I'm hoping maybe to get in a Lake Erie trip. But that's all about ice conditions. We got quite the sweet shanty here. Got a little light to look at our tackle. Try to keep it dark in here. We got another hole on this side. Pretty good sized coop. Tip-ups hanging on the wall. Piece of styrofoam that's on backwards. It definitely has taken some abuse, but it's been a good coop for the last 8 years. Yeah, we had some perch going there for a little bit, and they just kind of shut down. Well, maybe a pike will come in. I'm Brooke. And this is Stan. And we're with Brooks Outside. And we're fishing inside a coop. It's got a big spearing hole. And we're just kind of sitting here watching and waiting. So that's kind of how it goes when you're in the shanty. We've got a spear, a decoy, and a perch rig. And we have not really been seeing much for pike. And usually you see 3 or 4 pike in a day. But right now is a really good time to see them. So stick with us. We're going to try to get some pike jigging in. Well, we're back. I'm going to do a... He bolted. Something freaked him out. We're back. We had a perch come in. I'm thinking this episode should be called How to Teach a Young Man to Fish.
He's bit my finger. He nailed it.
What we might want to do is put a live minnow on that's a little more lively. He's been trying to catch crabs instead of perch. So I think that minnow's on his last leg.
He should be 9 lives like a cat.
I was hoping maybe we sit nice, still, and quiet for a little bit. See a muskie. Or pike. We're not really planning on fishing for too long today. But I've seen some nice muskie in this lake, and honestly, most of the muskie I've seen have been at like between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I have seen them early in the morning, 9, 10, and they have been speared at 4:30, 5 o'clock. But certain spots in this lake, it can be a real slow day. And typically the middle of the day is always generally kind of slow, but this is it. This is what we do on the weekends. Ice fish and get outside. Ooh, here we go. We might if we can.
Why is that fish breathing out?
We're gonna have to untangle the knot that got put in this rig. So set the hook. Oh, he didn't set the hook, Bubba. Okay, he might come back. No, you got to give it a little.
I did. Jesus, what real.
Get him out of the hole. Yeah, nice. Hold that baby up. Yeah, we've caught a nice perch. So they're still in here. Oh my word. Oh, good golly. Those are some really nice looking. Oh, come on. There's a whole bunch of them. What the heck? What about this lure, Stan? Oh, as long as they don't get tangled. Move your line off to the left a little. Are they down there still?
There's no way.
Well, they took off. They didn't like it. They weren't too happy about that lure.
There's one little perch right here.
We bit at yours too.
There's a perch behind you.
They want a minnow, I think. There we go. Another really nice jumbo. That's a dandy. They just ripped in. There's a couple more down there. We're going to try to get them.